Hi everyone, so in this video we'll take an overview look at the Git version control system. We can think of version control from three perspectives. First one, content. Version control manages a collection of changing and improving files which we can call a project. The complete history of the project is tracked and available at any time. Version control also supports teams working on that collection of files. Teams work in many different ways, and a good version control system will support many of their workflows or ways of getting work done. Version control helps support collaboration on the project and improves quality through facilitating team communication and reviews. Finally, version control enables agility, the ability to adapt quickly and constructively to a changing environment. It does this by managing small changes to a project and by allowing you to easily test, fix, or undo any ideas and change that the team makes. What type of content can be managed with version control? Most version control systems don't really care. Any content that you value, you want to continuously improve is a good candidate for version control. Git is commonly used for managing the source code related to software projects. Git is especially good at managing text-based content like this. Code that is used to run tests is also a good candidate for version control. The tests need to be properly managed and always improving. Version control is not limited to developer-related projects. IT teams should manage configuration information in version control as well, so that the infrastructure can be properly managed and rebuilt at any time. Documentation, books, and websites all contain content that is consistently changing and improving, making them great candidates for version control as well. Again, any content that you want to properly manage and continuously improve should be managed with version control. So now let's talk about distributed version control system, which is a type of version control system. It usually has these characteristics. Each user has a local copy of the complete history of the project, which is known as a repository. Here we see that there are two users on the team, and each has a copy of a remote repository on their local computer. Even though repositories are distributed among team members, there is also a single remote repository that is designated as the source of truth or official state of the project. This repository is usually hosted in a data center or in the cloud, so that each user has a local copy of the complete history of the project. They can continue to work offline. And finally, content is synchronized between repositories by pulling content from or pushing content to a remote repository. Now that we've discussed version control in general, we will discuss Git in particular. Git is a distributed version control system. We've seen that this means each user has a local copy of the repository and that repositories can easily be synchronized. Git is a free open source software project, meaning that the code that implements Git is publicly available. No single company owns Git, and anyone can make contributions to improve it. And Git adapts well to many types of projects and workflows. This means that whatever your project is or however your team likes to work together, Git can be adapted as a useful tool for your team. Git has been used successfully for very small projects and for very large projects. In fact, software development of the Linux operating system is managed by using Git. A Git repository contains a series of snapshots of the project over time, which are known as commits. Each commit contains all of the directories and files of the projects at the time the snapshot was taken. You can go back and view the project at earlier points by viewing the older commits. In this example, the repository holds three commits. In the first commit, a file named file1.txt was added to the repository, beginning the process of tracking this very simple project. In commit 2, a file2.txt was added along. The original file1.txt is also included in commit 2, maintaining a complete snapshot of the project. In commit 3, the file1.txt was modified. You can think of that as a version 2 of the file. The project at commit 3 therefore contains a modified file 1 and the file 2. Notice that the project has gone through a series of continuous improvements with the help of Git. I hope you enjoyed this video, and thanks for watching.